All right. There we are for the first time in a long time.
Outstanding. It's been way too long, dude.
It has been. Sorry, man. Just shit happened.
You mean you've had stuff going on?
Yeah, life
Way
stuff.
too long, dude.
It has been. Sorry, man. Um, let's not capture that.
Yeah, life stuff. What do you want to start off about?
Um,
Got a lot of stuff to cover this week. What do you want to get in on?
I am good. Trying to think.
About PS5 Pro.
I'm good with PS5 Pro. I actually.
That was bullshit, basically.
Yeah, how it's just an unnecessary upgrade for enthusiasts.
Look at my truck.
I mean, even enthusiasts, it's unnecessary for. I think it's not even worth it. Think of it. I mean, look what you're getting. It's $700. It's still
Look how much they're on.
in the store now from the PlayStation Direct store. That's the only place you can get it from, and it's still like the other stores haven't begun selling it yet. It's still available for $700.
Yeah, the only people
get-
who bought anything were the fucking 30th anniversaries. Those sold out.
Yeah, well, and those are sold out. But remember when the PS5 first came on, you couldn't find it anywhere
No,
for like a year, and now you can. It's still available, and it's. Think about it. Everyone that has it, it was a huge jump from the 4 to the Pro, or from the 4 to the 5. But the same with the, from the 1 to the Series X, it's the same thing. There's really no big jump. This is like a waste of money. And for what you get, $700, you get a 2 terabyte hard drive. All right, big deal. Most people probably already have that anyway on their PS5 with an external, so they don't really need it. No disk drive. There's no stand. You have to buy them separately. So right off the bat, you're looking at over 800 if you want to buy those. And there's no new games that are going to come out for it. It's not like a new release that's only going to be on the Pro. And it's only 15% faster than the Series X.
that's
So just go buy it. And it's because of the GPU. It's really not even the CPU. Just get a freaking Xbox. It's ridiculous.
yeah. If you really want, like, if I even looking at the side by sides when they showed like the sizzle reel during State of Play, I wasn't left like, oh, that's amazing. Like none. Oh, cool. Final Fantasy
There was
VII.
nothing.
Yeah, like Final Fantasy VII Rebirth can run at 60 FPS and 4K. That's cool. But I already finished the game.
Dude, the best is all the people that are like so like just Sony.
Mm-hmm.
Like, 'cause again, I play everything, so I don't care. I literally got all 4 systems. But the people that are just Sony were so hard and like blue balled against Xbox, being like, "Oh, Series X come out, you're not even releasing a game with it. It's you're launching a console, got to release a game, okay." And now you're coming out with a Pro, and it's nothing, and it's all excuses and
Yeah, like,
playing the violin for them. Oh, well, you don't know, they're gonna do some remasters, so that's not a new game.
no, like
It's
that's
makes
the
no sense.
thing. That's the problem. That's the problem. Like true, like fanboyism is they come out there and they have all the excuses in the world when their thing shits the bed, but
Oh
then
my god.
when the other thing shits the bed, they want to point to me like, "Ha your thing sucks." Like, dude, just yeah, PS5 Pro, PS5 this year. Honestly, since what was the last like great PS5 game that came out? Wukong.
yeah.
So there was Wukong, and like nothing by Sony came out that's that great this year. There's no first party
not at
big
all.
games. Like
Yeah, no, nothing.
I get it. They the last couple of years they really fucking blew their load, but
Oh no.
you really should have planned out your release calendar. Did you really think Concord was going to be your big hit?
Yeah.
Well, that was the biggest scam there was. I think Concord. I can't believe that.
Like, dude, the worst part is when that trailer first came out for Concord. I'm gonna hop down a bunny trail real quick. I'm like, oh, cool. This looks like a sweet co-op game. And they're like hero shooter. I'm like, this game sucks. I don't care.
$100 million down the drain.
Yeah, that just. Hey, maybe they'll retool it into a PVE
They
game.
said that game cost more than it was insane. It cost more than like GTA 5 and Red Dead 2 combined, and it still failed. It was kind
Yeah,
of funny.
epically. Like, and honestly, sorry, Sony. I love your stuff, but you deserve it. Like, you deserve this fucking shot in the groin.
They had a good premise with that, where you could like tie it in with those little vignettes, but it was like a 6-minute thing, and people were like, really, I gotta wait a month for like a 6-minute video. This isn't gonna do anything.
Right.
But remember when it was on both, but remember when Defiance, the role-playing game Defiance, was out, and it had a TV show that linked to it?
Yep.
That was kind of like the same thing they wanted to do, but at least that had like a whole hour-long episode that went right in with the game. This was like nothing. This is bullshit. But did you see the with the PS5 Pro? Digital Foundry did the comparison to it? The one thing that's getting is stupid is, if you think about it, they're doing a PS5 Pro comparison to the PS5, not to the Series X, which is going to be its competition.
Right. That's... Which I understand why you would want to do it to the PS5, since that's directly like, is this worth the upgrade? Those are the people you
I mean,
really
you got
want
to do
speak
both.
to.
You can't do just
Yeah.
one. At least do like, this is why if you have PlayStation, this is why you should get it, and if you have Xbox, this is why you should get it. But I think if they do Xbox, they're going to show that there's going to be like no difference.
Yeah.
Because
which again, like,
the 15% difference isn't something quantifiable that you could see. It's all like back end stuff, and the stuff that it is better on, like, all right, like teraflops and a hard drive. Okay, big deal. That doesn't affect the actual playing of the game. And even the GPU difference is going to be so minuscule that you won't be able to tell looking at it.
no.
It's like, all right, is it 57 or 60 frames a second? Like, you can't tell. There's no difference.
It's the same thing as, like, even when you compare... It's the same thing as when you compare PS5 to Series X. Like, there's just little differences. It's not night and day. It's not that huge. That's why back when I worked at GameStop, everybody was like, well, should I get a PS5 or an Xbox? I'm like, well, where are your friends playing?
They're both. Yeah.
Right. Well, if you can only afford one...
Speaking of not a difference, did you see... Well, two, there's the scam with the Horizon remaster. But did you actually... I'll get into, but did you actually see the breakdown in the side-by-side that Sony and Guerrilla Games were putting? Like the same picture, you know how they do the same picture for the same part of the game?
Yeah.
They took a picture of Aloy from the original. The original was on the left, and the remaster was on the right. And the remaster looks worse than the original. And I forget the guy's name that did it. It was way back when Final Fantasy X first got its remaster. And he said that, remasters, everyone thinks, oh, it's going to look great, it's going to play better. Okay, big deal. It's a remaster of a 20-year-old game, but it should play better.
Right.
But when they remastered, and you could see, it made me think of this right away when you look at the Aloy picture. When they remastered the Final Fantasy X, they showed a picture of Yuna. And the original game, you could see, like, the manifestation of emotion on her face. Because she didn't look like a porcelain doll. You could see, like, the grit and everything on her face. And when they remastered it, it took away. It was just plain. Like, plain, flat, no, like...
It was the same thing with Kingdom Hearts.
No facial contour, no nothing. And it's the same thing in the Horizon Zero Dawn remaster, where they tried to say, like, Aloy's hair looks different. You cannot possibly tell. The hair looks exactly the same. Her face does look a lot smoother. But when they removed, like, the lines, the wrinkles on her forehead and all that stuff, all those things, it looks, if it was just a picture, it would look nice. It's a more professional picture, right? Like if you're going to get a wedding photo done, you don't want all that done. You want it airbrushed, right? But when they did this in the game, it takes away all the emotions. So now that part in the game, it was like a part when Aloy was like actually really mad, and she was like looking, so her face was like, and you could see like the lines on her forehead, and they took that away. So now you lose like that immersion factor of the game, which, if you have a slightly less graphics but a lot more immersion in the game, you do a lot better, and you enjoy the game better than just looking at a nice picture and you're like, I'm not really into this story. It's fucking boring.
Yeah.
And everyone's saying the same thing. I actually thought the remaster was on the left and the original, I thought they were swapped because the original looks better.
I'm going to call this is a Sony phenomenon. I'm going to call it the Last of Us problem. Because Last of Us Part 1 had the same problem. where things look better. Like, yeah, the resolution was as good. Yeah, certain things weren't as crisp, there were more jaggies, blah blah blah. But overall, the characters looked like characters, and I find it funny that like Western devs keep pushing. It's like, well, they look more real, and then you have Japan over there, just like with TGS. I think it was one of the people who made Final Fantasy. Came out, he's like, sorry, I want to make my characters attractive.
I'm like, but what is real? If you make it look like a porcelain doll, it's not real. You have to have, wrinkles and stuff like that. I'm not talking about, uglified people like they've been doing with the girls in most of these Western games. But and Aloy's not even like an ugly character. She's probably the most, air quotes, normal looking character
Right.
there is.
But
he didn't really need to be. And I liked that game. The story I thought was kind of boring. I figured it out in like 2.5 seconds in the first game, and the second game you knew where it was going to go. So now, right away you knew it was going to end. That they're going to make a third game.
Yeah.
But we got like 4 more years till that game comes out now. The price scam. Did you see the price scam they did?
Yeah, where they doubled the price of the original game.
Yeah. Now remember, I mean. I see both sides here, but it's definitely more against Sony than for Sony. But think about it. When I first got my PS5, my wife first got me it was PS4, and it was one of like the bundles, and it came with God of War, The Last of Us, and Horizon.
Right.
So I got all 3. And I played all of them, and it was a great game, and it came with it. But then after that, it was free with PS Plus for a while, and then it was only $10, and now it was 20. Now remember, this game came out 6 years ago. It came out in 2018, right? It was $20, $19.99, which is still like that's kind of right where you want to be.
Yeah.
That's kind of high for a 6-year-old game. But
for a digital 6-year-old game, though, like the problem.
If it's that quality of a game, then yeah, it has to be like a really, really high AAA game to still be 20 6 years on.
Yeah.
So fine, I'll give that. They get a pass on that. But the thing is, they announced if you own the game and you want to get the new remastered version, you only have to pay $10 upgrade. So what they did is, again, if you own the game, it doesn't matter. It's still going to cost you $10. But they jacked the price from 20 up to 40 now. They doubled the price, like you said.
Yeah.
And so now people are going to spend $50 for this game instead of 30, but 20 on the upgrade. So they're spending $20 more.
I mean,
for this game. That's a messed up scam, dude.
To anyone listening to this, I pulled up GameStop's website. Go to your local GameStop, pay $10 for a copy, get the upgrade. You paid for the whole thing for $20.
Yeah, that's what I was to say. If you have a disc drive, go get the disc. You could probably get it for like $3 on eBay.
I mean, honestly, I don't know about.
Go get it.
Yeah, I if I didn't already have it, I would go to my local exchange, go to my local mom and grab shop, and pull a copy because you probably get for $10-15 tops, and you help out a local business.
And mine's digital, but even if you do, and you're like whatever, and I don't want to buy, if you still own a disc, there's got to be something you could trade in. Even get like you have to have something you could trade in at this point. If you have a disc, some old game, get something. You probably even get it for free. An old game you're not going to play anymore. Just beat the game. Who cares? But I mean, I do get the point where. Okay, the game's 6.5 years old now. It came out like February or March of 2018. But I get the thought process of, well, dude, if you were gonna play it, you should have played it by now.
Right.
The sequel's 1.5 years old.
I mean, back in 2020 for the stay-at-home progress, whatever, they gave it away again after Plus.
And so I get where they're like, well, who's it really affecting? How many people are really gonna buy this game now? For the first time, just did the upgrade. And to be honest, I do agree with that. I don't think this is going to sell a lot to where the people that buy this are probably going to be all current owners already.
Right.
I would guess probably 5%, if that, of people that buy it are people that have never played this game and are going to want to buy it to begin with.
Right. That's exactly it. And I'm trying to think how. Because a lot of people who are going to want to buy this at this point, I think, are people who are going to be like, "There's a remaster out. I want to replay this."
Yeah.
And those are the people like, I don't know how to help you, man.
Right. And how many people, like, when they announce this, if you buy this now, I mean, let's be honest, it comes out when? November, right?
Is it?
Yeah. I think it's November. No. Excuse me. No, it's this month. It's November's the Lego one. It's this month. It's like October 17th or something. So if you're going to buy that now, why would you wait and to pay $10 for the upgrade? Just play it now.
Yeah, just honestly, they did a PS5 patch where it runs at 60 and it still looks great. Just fucking play it.
Yeah.
Save the $10.
Oh, and think about this. Could you imagine? Do me a favor, and anyone, like I said, I get the thought process behind it, but it's a dick move to double the price. Because think about it. If your thought process is, well, it's not really going to affect anybody. We're Sony. If you're going to play it, you probably own it already, and it doesn't matter if we raise the price because you already own it. It's going to cost you $10. Okay, but then why do it?
Right. Like, there's no point.
Why do it?
Have Gorilla make...
If only going to be like 3 people that do this brand, then why do it? Let those 3 people fucking get the money. But on that being said, could you imagine if this was Phil Spencer that came out and they did this for an Xbox game and they doubled the price for it? There'd be melted. There'd be
right. Like this is some
mushroom clouds in the gaming world.
Dude, imagine if I'm gonna go personal because it's the one that I would actually pay money for. Imagine if they did that with Killer Instinct. When they did the Killer Instinct Anniversary Edition. Imagine they charged you, they doubled the price of all the characters and everything like that.
Let's be like, oh, we're going to do a Gears of War remaster. Now they double the price.
Yeah.
Or they take it off Game Pass and do it. So essentially the same thing.
Yeah, which would be the biggest load of horse shit of all time.
Right, and it would. But the same people that are defending PlayStation would jump all over this.
Oh,
it's because it's all the Xbox tax bullshit.
Yeah, I just fucking, like I said, fanboyism is extremely gross.
It's out of control. What about? I know we were watching it. The Ghost of Tsushima. I couldn't believe it. They were actually going to come out with a sequel because I wasn't sure how they were going to do it, and if they did, I thought they were going to go like the Red Dead route. Make it a prequel or something where like make it a prequel and you play like Jin's dad, right? You play like Jin's dad. Hey Jin, and because that would be that'd be like you saw him like, but even in Red Dead when you went to Red Dead 2, Arthur was never mentioned in the first game because you made him up for the second game. But this game takes place 329 years later. Oh, the first one is 1274. This one is 1603. So clearly they're not using Jin, right? But
sorry, I have to laugh because it takes place just after when Assassin's Creed Shadows is supposed to take place.
Well, it's 1572 or something like that. So it's like 30 years later, right? But I saw people commenting on that. They're like, Sucker Punch has the ability to do like the funniest thing possible. And like kind of like combine the 2 games. I'm like, that's never going to happen because it's like 30 years later. The guy, he's probably dead in real life at that point. He died at that point. Yeah. But
imagine if Sucker Punch made their game about Yosuke and just made it good.
I don't know, man. There's so many reasons I'm against this game. Because I just got done beating the DLC for the first game. I'm just finishing up the last 2 trophies I need. I gotta do like 3 more quests to finish it and then go talk to one lady to get the trophy and then I'm done. But I'm essentially done everything. I'm doing like the Legends mode, the co-op mode.
Okay.
Dude, if you look at it, 329 years later, why does it have to be a girl samurai? You could do everything. Like, certain games, you can't have certain characters.
Honestly, make her Kunoichi not a samurai, because they trained female ninjas. That's what a Kunoichi was. They didn't have female samurai.
But that's not what she is.
Right.
In the game. It makes no sense. Plus, the actress in this game, Erika Ishii, I was looking up. First off, they're not doing this game any favors already, right? She's already proactively blocking people, and characters I saw on X that people we follow on X were going, like streamers,
Yeah.
were reacting to this show live. And before they could even react, it's not even like this is 3 weeks old and they're bashing her, so she just blocked them, right? They went to her page after the announcement and found she had already blocked them. They're like, we didn't even talk about you yet. They're like, what are you doing?
That's when I'm like, you know what? I wasn't gonna trash you based on your beliefs. I was gonna look at your resume, things like that. Because if you keep your beliefs out of this, that's fine. But now,
Oh my god! But the funny thing, dude, she's not even doing that. Like, if you played in a lot of games, I didn't realize she was Anna Bray in Lightfall and Destiny 2. She did. She was Anna Fang in Modern Warfare 3.
okay.
She was Captain Fang.
I mean, she's
She plays the girl Sector in MK1.
oh,
The voice.
she has talent.
The voice. Oh, yeah, she's done a bunch. She's
Yeah.
been in Apex. She's done a shitload of games. She's only 37, right? She's in a shitload of games. But okay, fine. That's great. No, I don't even care that you've been in a bunch of games. But if you look at who she is, and yes, it's on a personal level because it's her tweets about personal things, not about video games. Dude, she's messed up in the head, bro. Like, legitimately. I'm not talking about, like, she's messed up because she likes a different sports team than I do. Like, dude, she's messed up. Like, she's... Oh, dude, you look at it. I posted on X a couple comments, and like a normal post, and then it replies to everybody else. She's got some illness going on, man. She's all like, you know, crazy, like literally like there should be like no police anywhere in America, you know, like talking about like some guy complimented her at the store, and you know, she like, you know, freaked out, and like it was like the stuff that she comments is out of control, where I don't see how you can translate that over, especially like for this type of game. You know what I mean? You're not just doing a voice. You're doing it's her in the game. She's motion captured. It's her voice, her body. She's doing it. I don't see how it's gonna work.
I don't know. Like, the only way you separate the two is if she shuts the fuck up on Twitter for a hot second. But because, like, hey, you know, I had issues in the past, but I've, you know.
But those people, you can't. They
No.
never do.
No,
Like,
they
professional victims never shut up because then they can't be a victim anymore.
right. It's. We're on YouTube, but fuck it. It's a leftist problem. Like, it really is.
We gotta wait till we go on Rumble for this. We gotta broadcast on Rumble for these.
But like, dude, fucking like, and that's the problem is like, hey, leftists, if you're watching this, take my advice. Please take my advice. Shut up once in a while. We do it all the time. Donald Trump, they've tried to assassinate Trump twice now, 3 times now.
I don't even know.
You can't even you can't pull the victim card anymore. You tried to shoot the guy.
The thing, dude, I really wanted to play this game, but now I'm like, shit, I can't. That's why I'm not playing. I'm not playing Shadows. I know you're playing Outlaws. I can't play Shadows.
I canceled my pre-order for Shadows because they delayed it.
They canceled everybody's.
Well, I had to cancel mine through GameStop. I'm like, hey, cancel. Like, well, don't you want to cancel? No, just put it towards Metaphor and the new Mario and Luigi game because that game looks great.
It's kind of messed up. Think about it. That they cancel everyone's pre-orders, and now they delayed it. But if you pre-order the new one, I don't even know if you can pre-order the new one yet. I'm not sure. I don't know if they set a date on it. But if you pre-order the new one, you're getting the first expansion for free.
Yeah.
So whatever that's going to cost. But I mean, how much of that is also going to be cut content? That should have been in the first game. So are you really getting much of it? Because remember, in that delay, you could probably cut some of the original game and do it, because clearly this game should have been done already.
Mm-hmm.
Because it isn't supposed to release in like a month.
It's supposed to release November 15th was its release date.
Right.
So
yeah,
it should have been in like.
It should have been done already. And if you're delaying it now,
yeah,
a month before for 3 full months,
I'm
it's clearly something more.
There's two reasons you do
I mean,
that, in my opinion. Sorry to cut you off, but
no, go.
the two reasons you do that is massive bug fixes, because let's be honest, Outlaws came out and I had a bug today. I was playing it. Keep in mind, I got the game for free, so I have a little bit of a lax view on the game. But I stealth killed like 3 dudes. They popped up and were like, "What's up? Well, I'm gonna stealth kill you again. What's up again? Like, what the fuck?" Which I found hilarious. I couldn't stop laughing, but whatever. But this fucking whoa! I gotta turn myself down. You are very loud, Joe. You are being very loud today, Joe. But yeah, so they came under a lot of scrutiny for that, much deserved. Or they want to start trying to fix some of the story and some of the gameplay elements people are seeing in these trailers and they're commenting about. Those are the 2 reasons I see you put what is it? October, November, December, January. Let's be honest. End of January.
3 months.
Everything has to be done. So 3-4 months. You put that much of a moratorium on it.
I am curious to see what they change. I mean, because, dude, remember, it's not just a lot of the other stuff that would have gotten a pass, like little things, like they took that group's flag and said it was like a reenactment group that they said was like a legitimate group when it's just like this group's like made up flag.
Yeah.
Right. Forget about the fact that you have a black guy curb stomping Japanese people in Japan to hip hop music, and it's supposed to be authentic Japanese. Last I checked, that never happened.
I mean,
but that, you know what this, I couldn't remember. You know what it reminds you of? First Gladiator movie with Russell Crowe.
okay.
The reason that movie was so good was the soundtrack and the score, because it was all classical music, stuff that would have been like around that time, not, current like Metallica or some shit at like a fight scene. It was all like that type of music. Now they come out with a sequel with Denzel in it, and during the fight scene they got like Kendrick Lamar songs. Like, no, that's not the type of music that should be in this game.
Just a little bit down.
In this movie, the same thing. It's not the type of music that should be in this game. It's stupid, and like the disrespect that they were saying towards Japanese people in that game, like your curb stomping dudes to hip hop music. Like, come on, really?
Right.
And I don't know what they're gonna change. Like, I'm curious to see if they're gonna take all that shit out. I mean, you can't take that out because that's game.
I mean,
what about background shit? Like, I don't know.
That's the thing, is like how you could change the music, like you can add a different score and just you have to build that back in. But like now you're rushing a team because again, like going back to your point about Gladiator, did you ever see the movie A Knight's Tale?
Yeah, of course. That was a good movie.
It's a good movie. But all the music's like 80s rock. And then imagine, and again, going back to the score mattering, imagine if Danny Elfman did Star Wars score.
Yeah, I don't know.
Right. It just doesn't. It doesn't. John Williams is part of Star Wars as much as Mark Hamill
it's like, yeah, or it would be imagine. Well, I say this because he probably could make it good. What if like John Williams did Interstellar?
Right.
It wouldn't sound. It would probably be good, but it's not gonna be the same because you're so used to it. So like that the original fits. This doesn't fit.
Right.
It doesn't make sense the way they have it set up.
I don't know. I have to look it. I'm gonna look it up because there is a Japanese rap style.
Yeah, I don't even know.
But
it's
you're talking like it's
grasping
still
at straws on that one.
Yeah, but you're still talking. It's influenced by old school hip hop. Old school hip hop didn't really start till what the 70s and 80s.
Yeah, there's nothing. Yeah, nothing in the 1500s.
Right, give me that weird guitar thing they have and that shit.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I'm skipping it. I don't know.
Yeah,
the one thing I've been playing though, that I'm looking forward to, 1 to 2 this week, is I've been playing Greedfall 2. Early access on PC. I stopped Towerborn for a little bit because I wanted to get into Greedfall 2. They changed, and if you didn't play the first one, did you?
Greedfall?
Lethal?
I put like 2 or 3 hours in. I didn't play anything immense.
All right, for anyone that played the first game, and if you're in this early access, let me know if it changes and how far in you are. Because I'm about 5 hours in. I got out of the mine. There's like a mission where you go to the mines and you have to help figure out what's poisoning your villagers and shit. But I don't know what's going on with the combat. Because the first game, you could switch between swords, guns, and magic. And you could pick, it was kind of like the Assassin's Creed Valhalla skill setup, where if you went like up to the right was magic and this way down, and you just pick which way you want to go, and you can go wherever you want. This has different branches that you can't see the skills that are there before you unlock the previous one, so you can't really plan out where you want to go. And the tactical pause is still there. The regular attacks are really slow. I just don't know if it's because it's at the beginning of the game and you have to upgrade something, but like you attack and then there's like 5 seconds goes by till you're able to attack again, and it's only automatic. I can't figure out settings. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong or not. I hope it changes because I don't like the way it is. I tried to go to their Discord to see, because we could all list all the bugs and shit. I can't really tell, and it's bugging me out because I want it to change because it slows down the combat. I don't like it.
Okay, that does sound like it.
There's got to be something I'm missing, or maybe just not fixed yet because it's early access. I don't know, but tomorrow at 11 is Starfield DLC. I'm waiting for that.
I'm guessing like a huge chunk of next week's podcast is going to be me sitting over here like, yeah, that's cool, man. While you sit there and just go on and on about it.
Yeah, well, nah, because I'll probably broadcast it. I'll see if I can.
Okay.
But one thing I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to disable the mods I have. Some of the mods I have that are like the Mandalorian armor and Darth Vader costumes. It nullifies achievements.
You need those new ones.
Yeah, so I'm gonna disable all of them before I go in, and I checked because if you disable you disable the mods and go in when you try to continue the game, it says that this game has mods that were enabled that aren't enabled now, but it gives you the option to start the save again without them. So I don't care. I got what I needed from the mods. I'm just gonna disable them and then play.
Yeah, you can always go back through it.
I just go from there. Yeah, I mean I'm like level 220 something now, so my character is essentially can't die. So you only have to be level 35 at the thing. And remember though, you could start it. I doubt anyone's going to go into it now and not finish the game before they do the DLC. But if you haven't beaten a game yet, as long as you beat the first main mission after you join the UC Vanguard, then you could jump into it. But they recommend you be level 35 because if you're like level 4 when you jump in, you're going to get wiped out.
Right.
Right off the bat.
There's some crazy streamer's going to be like, I did it at level 1.
Yeah, it's impossible.
I mean, I thought
Not going to happen.
I thought beating Dark Souls at level 1 was impossible. Watch somebody do it. I'm like, I fucking hate this. I'm bad at video games.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm curious though. Tokyo Game Show was all right.
We got some cool stuff announced. Most of the announcements were that Xbox show. That's what's kind of fucked about the whole thing. Yeah,
there was the State of Play. 12 of the PlayStation games are at the State of are going to be on Xbox show, including Lunar, which is awesome. Silver Star Eternal Blue. Both games, I can't wait. That game's remastered PS5. I thought it was only PS5 because the original games, when they brought them off of Sega CD, are only on PS5. And now they're remastering them, and the remaster is going to be on Xbox too, and Switch and PC, not just PlayStation.
Honestly, that's something I'll probably get on my Switch to kind of just take on the go. It's a perfect game for that thing. Especially because when is Nintendo going to show the Super Switch? I'm calling it Super Switch. Switch 2 sounds dumb. Super Switch.
I don't know. I think it's going to be Switch 2. It should be soon that we come up with those. But I would imagine
You think it's gonna be like Switch? They do like
there's gonna have to be a direct soon.
I wonder if it's gonna be like the first Switch where they kind of announced it at the end of after what was it, after the Video Game Awards that year? They announced Switch.
I don't know, but they did their own show for it.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I'm here for it. I can't wait to see what they have. I can't wait to see what they're gonna be doing with it. What games are gonna release for it?
Yep. Yeah, we gotta figure out what we're gonna do when that comes out. We gotta cover that because I'm gonna pick that up day one.
Oh yeah.
So.
If I can get a pre-order for one, I will. Same thing with Same thing with the I'll probably be on. I might do a stream for the Video Game Awards in general, anyways. Just so I can.
Yeah, we got plenty of time for that.
Yeah, that's December. I just want to bitch about it the whole time. But moving on, like, have you seen Ara? Anything? It was a Game Pass release by the old guys who did Civilization. Probably not your jam.
No, I haven't.
I played a little bit of it. It's actually, it's hard. It's different. It's really different from anything I expected it to be, but it's pretty cool. Like, if you're into the Civilization games, I'm not gonna go too deep into it because I only put a few hours in. But, like, there are some big changes. Like, in order to master all of technology for an era, you have to actually go through and master them all before you can move on. So that was kind of cool. But other than that, I really haven't been playing anything new.
Yeah. We gotta something. I gotta jump off though. I want to end it though, real quick, just quick. I know we got other things to go on. I want to jump off, continue it probably like later on this week.
Okay.
Do it. But just want to remind everybody, jump on X too. And if you have any questions about it, let us know on X. Send us a thing, a message. Our DMs are open. We'll get it to everybody.
Yeah, dude, just hit us up. Yeah.
We'll be back. Like I said, I gotta jump off. Unfortunately, something came up over here on my end, so I gotta jump off. Okay. And we'll be back later on this week.
All right. Hopefully everything's all right, man.
Yeah, everything's good. I messaged you, so.
Okay. All right, I'll talk to you
later, bro.
That's it.